Joined now from Arrowhead Stadium by our TSN NFL reporter Farhan Lalji. Farhan, you've been joining us in recent weeks from various luxurious club-style seats. This does not appear to be club-style seats. What is going on?
Well, Jay, look, this is Arrowhead. It's a little older as far as the stadium goes. It's not like these fancy new places that have the big, luxurious chairs, the field-side suites. So I decided to sit right here, you know, where Kelce and Mahomes and Jones and Karlaftis and all those guys sit. Like, I feel like I'm just surrounded by greatness, even though no one's here. It's a little cold. We got the big heater over there. There's actually a stationary bike right behind me. I thought about using it, but I'm not going to do it. And actually, you know what? They left some foot warmers here for me. So, you know, I don't know if you've got those underneath your studio, but hopefully you like the setting here, my friend.
I love it. Another win for KC in which Patrick Mahomes is just okay. How would you assess what you saw from him tonight?
Yeah, look, not necessarily an impressive performance for Patrick Mahomes, but ultimately he improves to 7-0 in the divisional round. And look, when you look at a season that he's had, and people have talked about just the yardage totals, the lowest of his career, he really has learned how to grind and prioritize simply finding a way to win. And he did all of that. You know, there was some rust, I thought, going into this game. He hadn't played since Christmas, and a number of the starters hadn't. Early on, it just looked like Mahomes missed a number of receivers. Didn't miss them necessarily by a lot, but, you know, this is a game with fine margins, or he just put the ball in a spot where a guy couldn't necessarily catch and run and make those kinds of plays. We know he's been so timely and good on third downs this season. He leads the league in third down completion percentage. That didn't happen in this game. The Chiefs were just 4 for 11 on third down. But what are you going to remember about this game? You're going to remember that falling touchdown pass when it was a one-point game to get him back up 8 points. He's about to get sacked. He's at the 11, and he just flips it into the end zone. And that's the big one. That's the moment that Mahomes is so good at.
2/3 of his passing yards went to Travis Kelce. Kelce's still out there setting records at 35 years old. How impressive was that performance?
Yeah, Travis Kelce just seems to get better with age right now. And, you know, he's on the receiving end of that one touchdown pass. 7 receptions on 8 targets, and they all seem to matter. 5 of them were either for touchdowns or for first downs. And when I think of that play in the second quarter, Kansas City had nothing going offensively at all early in this game, but they wind up leaving Kelce wide open in the middle of the field. He slips past a few guys, makes the miss, and it turns into a 49-yard catch and run down to the 6-yard line and sets up Kansas City's first touchdown. Then on their second touchdown drive, the one that wound up with that falling touchdown pass, there was a key play, 3rd and 7 from deep in their own end. Kelce makes the completion there. Then the 18-yard completion that gets him down to the 8-yard line and eventually sets up that touchdown. So, you know, when you look at Kelce, when it matters the most, he's right there for his good buddy Mahomes. And Taylor Swift had a lot to cheer about in this game. The Chiefs are 18-3 when Swift is in attendance, including 13 straight, in case you're keeping score.
Yeah, so she is good for the NFL. Chiefs D held Houston to 14 points, what allowed them to keep Houston to just 1 touchdown.
Yeah, the defense really has been money for the Chiefs all season, and it was again in this game. Now, I really like what Houston did. C.J. Stroud showed a ton of poise in this game. He got himself out of some long yardage situations, escaped for some big yardage as well. Joe Mixon, they really leaned on him early, especially in first down situations to keep the game manageable for Stroud. But then after that long 10-minute touchdown drive to open the third quarter, I thought Steve Spagnuolo's group really dialed it down. And early on in this game, for the first 40 minutes, they didn't necessarily pressure Stroud as much as they did in that Week 16 game. But over the final 20 minutes, that changed. They dialed up a ton of pressure. 5 of their 8 sacks came in those final 20 minutes. George Karlaftis with 3 sacks in the fourth quarter. So this defense has done some great things all season long, and in this one, just 4 first downs and 61 yards of offense allowed in the fourth quarter. When it mattered, the defense in Kansas City was money.
Farhan, you're now off to Atlanta to cover the national championship. We'll chat with you about that later. Thanks for this.